Hey y'all, so I finally pulled out the mini microphone. I think I got this off Temu for like $10. And I have it sideways right now. Um, but I was thinking about something that I was talking with somebody about the other day. Um, I really miss my creation era. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram under Habutu, or you can follow my other page, Habutu Kali. I'll probably link them both below if you want to see the artsy side of me. But I just realized uh, I have been missing out on the art portion of myself. Um, and one thing the person was pointing out, they were like, the which I love my Instagram page so much. Like it is such a vibe, especially like 2021 through 24. I was just so heavy into the art stuff. I love doing different colors. I love working with different types of lights, um different types of makeup and poses and just the whole body art thing. I freaking love it. I was looking at myself from like 4 years ago when I was a little bigger. So fucking sexy. Like I want to get back to that when the art and creation was just pure. And I had an idea in my head and I just executed, you know what I mean? Like it was just it was so pure and easy. And I just haven't been feeling up to that. And I also don't want to go back to the level of showiness that it was. It was like, the posing, and I love all of that, but I feel like I want to move into a different era or type of authenticity because that was authentic to me at the time. But I feel like I'm moving in a different type of authenticity that also wants to be creative and move in an artsy way. I don't really know what that looks like now. It's like, what's the new level of vulnerability and showing the other side of me? On this channel, you'll find more relaxed version of me, but on my Instagram, it's more intense. Um, oh, I love it. It's just certain things that I've gotten to know about myself, the darker side of myself over the years. And I love that girl. Even when she is mean as fuck and vindictive, and when she's extremely emotional and sensitive and um protective and light and heavy. I love every aspect, even the aspects that gives me the most fucking trouble and make my life so fucking unnecessarily hard in my opinion. I still love those sides. I was also talking about how I'm choosing not to see myself in these different pieces and parts, like higher and lower self. And the reason why is because I used to look at myself in that way when I first started my spiritual journey, the desirable side of myself and the less desirable, or the one light part being above the dark part. To be quite honest, I find my darker side to be, um, I don't want to say more desirable. Well, yeah, more desirable to me, and I think more attractive and more honest than the light part of myself has been in the past. I feel like there are a lot of aspects of each side that I had been hiding or holding back because I'm very sensitive. You know, I um I find it hard to be open with the world when it can be so critical. when I am so critical of myself. But I'm just in a new space now where that living like that and being like that doesn't make sense. And the way I'm moving now in my mental, spiritual, whatever way, I base a lot of how I see myself now on how the universe actually moves, like what I observe in nature and in the universe. The universe doesn't give a fuck about morals. It doesn't care about positive or negative, high, low, dark, light. It doesn't care about none of that shit. Like people can pretend like karma is a real thing in the way we think it is. It's not. The universe doesn't view balance the way we do. It has its own rules about balance, and it has its own desires to balance. Like what we might think would be a better balance is not the direction that it's trying to go. So it'll let things, I just noticed it'll let things ride up until a point to where, okay, there's enough of that, and then it'll shift. I noticed that in my life, I noticed that in nature. Like even with if you want to take it to how nature works, right? I live in the South where hurricanes are prevalent. And of course, hurricanes can be horrible and disastrous for people and the immediate environment of things that live, like trees falling down and things like that. But in reality, hurricanes are an amazing force, number one. Number two, they're extremely necessary because after a major hurricane, the air is so fucking clear, the water is so clear. It's just the area is like cleansed physically and energetically, and everything that could not stand on its own and was not rooted in something is gone, is wiped away. And it's like, it seems like Earth deals with the pollution and the shit that we do to an extent, and then it clears shit out. And it's like very good at that. And I just, I find that to be more true than the things or the thought processes or the belief systems that we make up to make ourselves feel better about our lives and the universe and how things work. I just noticed a lot of the ways we believe things work do not work like that at all. Like, not at all. And so I would rather base my life off of something that feels more true rather than what I want it to be true or what I make to be true in my mind. Earth, the universe, solar system, the sun, it doesn't care about any of the shit. Energy doesn't give a fuck about morals or what's right or wrong. To us, a hurricane is extremely wrong because it fucks with the house, where you live. But to the nature, to the earth, to the air, to the water that's getting cleansed, it's a very good thing. Bad and good is based on your perspective, you know. And I'm shifting my own perspective to be one of openness and acceptance rather than um, devi- div- not deviation, than division or dividing. Um, it just doesn't make sense. Different parts of me, I can feel a way about the parts that I don't like, but I recognize that accepting them as equal in all respects is a lot easier to deal with rather than putting it in a box and saying, I don't like this and I want to keep this away and I don't want to move on that or think about that. It's never done any good for my psyche. It's just fractured me. And looking at things from a whole um, um, macro perspective has brought those pieces together and calmed the anxiety in my mind down from trying to make one better than the other, desire one piece more than the other, when in reality, everything is working for my good in the best way that it knows how. Even when I think about the mistakes that I made or things that I feel like were mistakes at the time, when I think about stupid decisions where I knew that it would probably end bad, I did it because there was a part of me, there was a part of me that needed to feel alive, I think. There's a part of me that needed connection, even if it wasn't real or wasn't what I wanted exactly. There's a part of me that saw that there was something hurting and needed to do that to lessen the pain in the moment. You know what I mean? Everything that I do, good, bad, whatever, I understand the reasoning. And I understand that there are parts of me that are always trying to balance out the pain. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad at that part of myself. I can't be mad at me for taking the chances and doing the things because I needed it at the time, even though it sucked after. Ugh, this life is riddled with contradictions. I am a walking contradiction. Source consciousness is literally the definition of contradiction. To be able to exist in a world with all these different parts of yourself and to be able to explore that so contradictory, to love something and hate something at the same time, to have great excitement and fear, to be happy and yet incredibly sad, and everything in between. I'm growing to accept that from a completed place. And I feel like what true love is, like real love, is just full on acceptance of every part of yourself. And that's my goal. No more division, no more dividing, no more demonizing. We demonize the ego. I love my ego. I don't think there's anything bad about her. She can get in the way sometimes, for sure. But even when she gets in the way, it's for a good reason. I always find in the end. And she's honest, way more honest than anything else that any other way I've been able to express myself. The only reason why it's been a problem is because I have not been able to accept how she feels, how that portion of me feels, you know? I don't want to do that anymore. No more division. We have enough division in the world, enough division around me. I don't want any more division inside of me because when the world is doing its thing and life is lifing, at least all the parts of me can come to some sort of agreement and I don't have to also be the punching bag on the inside. And that's the goal that I'm trying to eliminate. Stop beating myself up about shit and just accept whatever the fuck it is and be happy as best as I can. But all that to say, I guess, coming into wanting to step into that creative space again, I'm realizing there has to be a level of full acceptance. There are moments where I want to be the baddest bitch in the room, or the biggest bitch in the room, or the softest one, or the most gentle, or the most emotional, and allowing that to come through whatever it is that I'm doing. I think also the place I've been incredibly bored, so fucking bored. Mm, I have been so bored over these past few months. There's things that I could be doing, but it's like I just cannot see myself wasting time doing shit that I just don't give a fuck about anymore. I never cared about, but I really don't care about now. It's like if this life is really that short and we only have so many years, why am I wasting my time doing shit that doesn't mean anything to me? I feel like a part of me is very robotic. Like I am a person of progress. I want to see shit move. I want to see major change happen. And I don't know what that looks like going forward. Hmm. I'm still figuring it all out. But I feel like I'm gonna just dip my toe into something soon. Um, but I'm not sure what it's gonna look like. I just want my next creative era to be honest, even if it's painful to be honest, which it is oftentimes. But anyway, I just felt like talking and saying that. Hopefully, this microphone works out well because I noticed I have the Pixel 9a. I noticed, especially when you use the oh shoot, I have to see if that's on. Hopefully that's on because if not, you're gonna be hearing all the air conditioning in the back where it like focuses on your voice. It starts off really low and then it progressively gets louder. I don't know if that's a glitch in the software or what, but I hate it. I hate it so much. When I listen to my videos on the 7 that I had, it had way better quality audio in terms of voice recording than this phone does. And it's so incredibly annoying. So hopefully this is better. But anyway, I feel like I have more to say, but I guess I'll say it later. All right, bye.